Have you ever wondered where the tallest mountains in the solar system are? Earth's Mount Everest is massive at 8.8 kilometers, or 5.5 miles, but compared to some cosmic giants, it's just a small peak. Some mountains on other planets are 3 times taller than Everest. Today, we're counting down the top 10 tallest mountains in the solar system, and some of them are truly out of this world. Let's get started. Number 10, Maxwell Montes, Venus, 10.7 kilometers or 6.6 miles. Starting our countdown is Maxwell Montes, the tallest mountain on Venus, at 10.7 kilometers high. It's actually taller than Mount Everest, but because of Venus' thick, toxic atmosphere, this peak is hidden beneath dense clouds. Unlike the volcanic mountains on Mars, Maxwell Montes was likely formed by tectonic activity, similar to Earth's mountain ranges. However, Venus is so hot that lead could melt on its surface. Imagine climbing a mountain in those conditions. Number 9, Elysium Mons, Mars, 12.6 kilometers or 7.8 miles. Next up, at number 9, is Elysium Mons, a 12.6 kilometer tall volcano on Mars. This shield volcano is part of the Elysium volcanic region, which formed due to the planet's low gravity and lack of tectonic activity. Unlike Earth, Mars doesn't have moving tectonic plates, so its volcanoes can grow to enormous sizes without breaking apart. Number 8, Pavonis Mons, Mars, 14 kilometers or 8.7 miles. Number 8 is Pavonis Mons, a massive volcano in the Tharsis region of Mars, rising 14 kilometers above the surface. It's part of a trio of volcanoes called the Tharsis Montes, along with Arsia Mons and Ascrius Mons. If you stood at its base, it would take you days to reach the summit because Mars has weaker gravity, making its slopes much longer and gentler than those on Earth. Number 7, Arsia Mons, Mars, 17.7 kilometers or 11 miles. At number 7, we have Arsia Mons, another giant Martian volcano, standing at 17.7 kilometers tall. It's estimated to be over 200 million years old and may have once hosted glaciers at its base. Scientists believe that lava from Arsia Mons melted underground ice, creating massive floods in the past. Imagine a giant ice-covered volcano on Mars. Number 6, Busal Montes, Io, 17.5 kilometers or 10.9 miles. Leaving Mars, we travel to Jupiter's moon Io, home to the most active volcanoes in the solar system. At 17.5 kilometers, Busal Montes is one of the tallest non-volcanic mountains ever discovered. Io's surface is covered in lava flows, sulfur lakes, and erupting volcanoes, making it one of the most dangerous places in space. Number 5, Ascrius Mons, Mars, 18.1 kilometers or 11.2 miles. Back to Mars again. At 18.1 kilometers, Ascrius Mons is another gigantic shield volcano. Its summit caldera, the collapsed crater at its peak, is one of the largest in the solar system, showing evidence of lava flows that lasted for millions of years. Number 4, Equatorial Ridge, Iapetus, 20 kilometers or 12.4 miles. At number 4, we have something truly bizarre. The equatorial ridge on Iapetus, one of Saturn's moons. This ridge, which reaches up to 20 kilometers high, runs along the moon's equator, making it look like a giant walnut. Some scientists believe this ridge could be the remains of an ancient ring system that collapsed onto the moon. Number 3, Elysium Planitia Dome, Mars, 22 kilometers or 13.7 miles. Back to Mars. The Elysium Planitia Dome is a mysterious formation standing at 22 kilometers. Some scientists think it could be an extinct supervolcano, while others believe it's a geological bulge caused by underground forces. Mars is full of surprises, and some of its tallest mountains are still being studied. Number 2, Rheasilvia Central Peak, Vesta, 22 kilometers or 13.7 miles. Our runner-up is not on a planet or a moon, but an asteroid. The Rheasilvia Central Peak on the asteroid Vesta is 22 kilometers high, formed by a massive impact billions of years ago. If you stood on its peak, you'd barely feel gravity, as Vesta is too small to hold an atmosphere. Number 1, Olympus Mons, Mars, 26 kilometers or 16 miles. Finally, At number 1, the undisputed giant, Olympus Mons on Mars, at an astonishing 26 kilometers tall, and spanning a width larger than France, it's the biggest volcano in the solar system. If it were on Earth, it would rise into the stratosphere, and that's our list of the tallest mountains beyond Earth. Which one amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more mind-blowing space facts.